Yeah, I was expecting that.
That's so funny.
All right, we're going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Do it.
Opie Trice, real name, no gimmicks. Welcome back to the hashtag Vegas podcast, Spinners and Sharks. I'm your host, Ace of Vegas here, and I hope you're doing well. And today I am joined by my dear friends, of course, Pat Butler, Roger, and Seeking Vegas Sunrise. You know, we got two fab dudes in the house. We got PB, Seeking Vegas Sunrise. We're all in here, Christina. What's up? How's everyone doing?
Great.
Fantastic.
I'm good. Finishing some makers from last night's Lucky Dog stream.
Yeah, definitely. Good stream there. All right, so we got a hell of a show for us today. Christina usually hold on to the topics for the show. So what are we talking about at the top of the hour, and what do we have planned for the bottom of the hour there?
So we are going to talk about how to plan a trip to Vegas in 2021 with all the different things that are going on and all the weirdness and all the things you have to account for these days. And then we have a very special surprise app feature to share with you from Caesar.
It's going to be pretty dope there. So, but before we get started, I do have to admit we have to start off on a bit of a solemn note. I do want to pay respects to the great Wayne Zaslot. Unfortunately, he's passed away last week. He fought a valiant fight against his condition and just didn't make it through. Gambling Granny and Dice did a lovely tribute to him, and they had this lovely stream that they did for him, and I believe they raised over $500 for the GoFundMe for his family to do his celebration of life. So we definitely thank them for that, and our hearts and our prayers and our thoughts go out to his family, his mom especially there, who's having to deal with all this. And yes, we'll have to see him at the Heaven's Gate Hotel and Casino, ideally, once we get there. If that's what you believe in, I'm not here to tell you what to believe in, but that's what comforts me personally. So there you go.
Yeah.
So, well said.
Yeah. So,
I never watched any of his stuff, but from what everybody said, he sounds like he was a really cool guy, and everybody's been doing a lot of really cool tributes for him. So,
yeah, Lucky Dog did a great one yesterday.
Yes, outstanding.
Everybody talked about this community, and I don't even have a channel, but just everybody to accept me is just some guy who met everybody and hangs out in Vegas and stuff. It's really cool. So
yeah, that's how we all started, and then this community just kind of brings people together. I mean, I didn't ever get a chance to, unfortunately, meet Wayne in person. I've been a fan of his videos, and we'd spoken in live chats and in live streams and things like that, but we just didn't get a chance to speak in person. But I did, so it still just deeply saddens me knowing that I'll never get that chance to meet someone that awesome. It's just very, very troubling, and I'm glad that he can rest through that very difficult fight he had.
For sure.
Agreed.
For that.
All right, but show must go on. Let's do this one for Wayne, guys. Let's we're gonna go ahead and bring that energy back. He'd want us wearing rainbow masks and having a good ass time in Vegas. And you know what? We're gonna get that hand pay for him. So everyone, if you want to raise your glasses to Wayne over here, let's all get in here. Cheers to Wayne.
Cheers, Wayne.
Cheers.
All right. So I guess let's go ahead and get this going. Just to kind of shift away from the solemnness, let's bring it back to what brings us all together, Vegas. So obviously, I'm sure everyone's noticed, it's a little different going to Vegas right now, and I believe everybody's been to Vegas since the grand shutdown. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right.
We went in July.
All right, so yeah, Christina, you went in July. You went right before. It was right after I went for the 4th of July reopening. Roger, when did you and Josh go? I feel like you guys went. I know I saw you guys obviously for October. I can't remember the time before that or time after that.
No, that was it. October was I think it was our only time last year. We had plans to go in either April or May, I think. But obviously we canceled them because of the pandemic. But yeah, October was our only time there.
Yeah, we were January and July.
Gotcha. And PB, because I know you came for Circa with us. You got attacked at Circa, but not in the Vegas violence way, thankfully.
Yeah. How did I get attacked?
Oh, we know what happened. We know what happened. Don't lie.
Yeah. That was, yeah.
You had to deflect for Kino and I. We appreciate that.
That was a great time, man. That Circa is so awesome. I love that place.
Circa was pretty amazing. So I guess between the four of us, we've probably had about at least 6 or 7 Vegas trips, if not more, probably about a dozen between the lot of us ever since 2020. So yeah, let's see how we're doing here. So what have you guys noticed is largely the same about Vegas going back?
Drunken idiots still. But that's Vegas.
That's a constant.
It feels like when you're in the casinos, it feels normal, especially on the weekend at night.
Yeah.
Like Cosmo felt pretty crowded. Bellagio felt really crowded.
I was there 2 weeks ago, and it's starting to pick up. Like, because I go about once a month, once every month and a half.
You spoiled ass Californian, you.
I'm in Utah right now, actually. I just moved to Salt Lake.
Oh, okay. So that means you're still close, though. Oh, that means that I can pick you up on my way over, so we can go.
You drive there?
No, because I'm not insane.
Well, that's debatable.
Because you wouldn't want to drive
fair
back.
enough. I don't want to drive back. That's my thing. I don't want to drive through the mountains back or anything like that. And I'm just like,
It's an hour flight. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, it's about an hour and a half from DIA, so I don't mind it. I'll even fly the city bus, better known as Frontier, there.
I've never been on there, man. That's rolling the dice.
I don't know, Pat. I mean, have you ever been on a city bus?
Yeah, and
it's the same thing, but with wings. It's the same thing, but it has wings. That's all.
The one thing Frontier has that city buses have, at least that I've never heard them been accused of, is having bed bugs. So
legally, you won't catch anything from a Frontier flight. We can't say the same for Spirit.
Right.
At least it's not like the Spirit one where you can get cup of noodles.
Oh
You
yeah.
have to worry about someone ordering that in your row.
Hey, that's
true.
salt ramen though. Salt ramen too strong. That's Naruto action right there. Let's.
I'd be so bad if somebody did that in an enclosed space.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or someone. I'm gonna order the tilapia on my flight.
Oh,
So
Lord.
salad.
Reheated.
Can I get some microwave Brussels sprouts, please?
Real serve ramen on a Spirit flight.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
Top ramen. It's
They sure do. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. It's top ramen, so it's a little bit better than low ramen. It's.
You're right. I
Smiles.
suppose.
It's not bottom ramen.
Also, who wants to have
Oh, I see what you did there. Pat with the sneaky puns. Who's that girl has the question? Frontier can't be worse than Spirit. Legally, Frontier is better than Spirit because they don't charge you for water.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
That's
okay.
the differentiation.
And then
Or
one
flotation
aspect, yeah.
flight.
Yeah, oh yeah. Here's your. Can I get $10 so I can save my life in the ocean, please?
Right?
Yeah. In regards to paying for things, Frontier is better, but in every other regard, at least from our experience, I would definitely prefer Spirit over Frontier.
We're a Frontier hub, and I don't think we've taken Frontier a few times because it's so cheap to fly to Vegas from Denver on Frontier, but they're never on time.
Never, ever.
And the 2 times you don't want to be delayed is on your way to Vegas and on your way home from Vegas.
Especially on your way back.
Right.
And they're both.
Yeah.
By several hours and no communication.
I mean,
Always.
I haven't heard one good thing about Frontier or.
I mean, I like the color green.
There you go. There are animals on the wing. That's interesting. They paint
the
animals.
are cool.
Through and through.
The one thing I like about Spirit are the options for the big seats in the front. They're more expensive, which obviously, but I do like the big seats in the front. I'm not a small person, so those were nice.
Anthony has to be aisle because he's 7 feet tall.
Right.
Jesus.
Yes, this is about Jesus, but we're going to discuss him later. Right now, we're discussing how we get Jesus to Vegas.
Right.
Ew.
I feel like the biggest change, though, when you're planning a trip right now is a lot of restaurants are closed,
That has
and
been
a lot of
painful.
them require reservations.
I will say the last trip I took, I actually used like my platinum to get into a restaurant that was booked for the night. And I just called down a concierge and asked if they had a spot that they could get me into. And if you are above like gold, they will fit you into a restaurant or wherever you want to go.
And Pat, that's now for those of us that don't know all the different casino card ranks for those of us in the audience. That's for M Life, as opposed to Caesars, where the platinum is one of the lower tiers, and you want to be diamond and above, right?
Right.
Yeah.
M Life, baby. Aria.
The only life, M Life. That's Pat's house. He owns one of the condos at the Vidara.
Yeah, I wish.
Wow, we got all kinds of places to stay. You're at Vidara. We got VBI at Cosmo.
Right.
Jeez, oh, man.
I know. Just I need my permanent suite at Mirage. I'd probably only get one at Luxor, knowing me though.
Right. I know we've stayed at Luxor once, and I keep getting offers for free rooms, and it's been like 2 years. I'm like, stop. I'm not staying there again.
They're like, while we're here.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so the restaurants, that's one big change. What other big changes are you guys noticing when you're trying to do the vacation? So when we've gone, like what's something that you've normally been able to do that you can't do anymore because of the C-19?
Shows.
Yep.
Shows is a big thing. Yeah.
So shows.
I mean, I'm never really a big show person. I haven't noticed too much that I'm missing out on. You know what I mean? There's a lot of the same stuff is open. I can go eat. I can still gamble. I can still, go walk down the strip. Go to. There's a lot of the things that are still open on the strip. So and downtown. So it's not horrible. I mean, it's still worth going.
Right. No, absolutely. 100% agree on that there. It's just...
We do have Spirit Airlines in the chat, by the way.
Spirit Airlines is in the chat.
I just saw that.
This video is sponsored in part by Spirit Airlines. We have peanuts now. We're trying. Right?
For legal reasons, it's not actually sponsored by Spirit Airlines.
Right. Well, I guess one thing... there is one reason I would fly Spirit Airlines over other airlines, because... on United Airlines, I'd like to get off with all my teeth.
Ah, yes. Yes.
But make of that what you will.
That's true.
Oh, Spirit Airlines got timed out.
Oh, come on, guys. We were supposed to get free Spirit Airlines vouchers. Come on, Nick. Hashtag free Spirit Airlines.
Oh my god.
They're gonna charge for the super chat. If Spirit Airlines does the super chat, they charge us.
Mickey Bland says that they're flying in on Spirit in May.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't have any issues with Spirit at all. I really like Spirit, other than the fact that you do literally have to pay for every little thing you want, even water. So that's my only gripe with them.
It still kind of totals out to be about the same. It just looks more expensive. The nickel and diming is what bothers me. Mm-hmm. That's why I like Southwest. Like, just give me the bottom line price. I'm not trying to do all this math. I'm trying to go to Vegas and get drunk. That's my plan. Right. I'd like to win a little money. I'd like to eat some good food, have a couple drinks, watch some TV with my wife, if you know what I mean, and sleep in a comfortable room.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man!
So
sorry, I'm trying to catch up with chat at the same time.
I know, it's so hard to do. We've got 80 moderators in here.
Yeah,
it's very very popping in the chat. So okay, so I guess the next part of things for anyone taking a vacation, I think the biggest thing I've noticed is I've had to do more vacation planning, like with the reservations and trying to figure out what's open and what's not. I found I've had to do a lot more research, you know what I mean? Like TVP probably knows what I mean. What's up, TVP, by the way? He's usually pretty chill, but he's been doing a lot more stuff too. Like I know last time he went, or time before that, he actually booked a party bus for the homies there, which was pretty dope too. But and he had to kind of roll up to the bars and sit for 5 minutes to make sure he had a reservation and all that. So you can still be somewhat spontaneous, but I found that there's a lot more planning. You can't just wander in and say, hey, you know what? We are on the south end of the strip over here. It's exactly 8:47. We got 47 minutes before our show. Let's go to the Camelot Steakhouse and just see what happens. like you can't do that quite the same, and I found some difficulty with that. So I found that I've had to do a lot more planning, get some reservations, and build an itinerary, which is a little strange thing. Which is kind of a strange thing for me. What about you guys though? Are you finding yourself building itineraries or anything like that?
Yeah, we usually do build an itinerary kind of around our restaurant reservations just because we're trying to squeeze in all the places we want to go. And I'm glad we've always done that because now you kind of have to. Like, I don't know if anybody caught Pomsey's stream last night, but like he had trouble getting into a restaurant because of the capacity issues. And he just wanted to sit down. Like, because everybody was like, we're full because of the 25% thing.
Right, yeah. I mean, we were kind of struggling with that. I mean, we had to get reservations when we went to Steak downtown for your birthday last weekend. Come to think of it.
Yeah, definitely. That was tough.
Yeah, and I mean, because the night ended, like, you guys remember how the night ended? Because we were
Yeah.
all out. We went back, like, we came back, we're like, all right, we're going to warm up. Let's have some whiskeys and all that. We were getting ready to go to the bar, and we were seeing people in there like, oh, no, last call was about 15 minutes ago, and we're like,
Yeah.
the fuck you say?
Yeah, we learned that everything in Denver closes at 10.
It was at 10 o'clock, yeah, so, and I know there's not I know
Because we
last...
wanted to keep hanging out, but nothing was open.
And it was so strange, because I remember I went for October, and we went to Vidara, and there was and Pat, let me know if this has changed any, but there was a last call at the Vice Versa bar at Vidara, and I think it was at like a quarter to midnight.
Yeah, I'm not 100% on that, but you're talking about the one in the lobby, right?
Yeah, you know the one. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I had one drink there. It was during the afternoon. From staying there, I think they normally close at like 10 or 11.
10 or 11?
Yeah.
Wow.
Close? Like
the bars in the Aria stay open until I think midnight.
midnight? What's that?
Yeah, you could check with Kino on that one. No, we got kicked out of those bars.
How the hell you get kicked out of a bar in Vegas because they closing? Oh, sorry guys, you're gonna have to come back tomorrow.
Yeah, and I think that's due to the COVID thing. So
Yeah, I'm sure, definitely.
Yeah, because the virus is much stronger after 10 o'clock.
10
That's
times
what-
stronger,
It gets its power from the moon. Don't you know that?
right? Unless you have food on the table, then in which case it's weakened again. It can't get past the food.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's allergic to human food.
Yes.
At least you don't have to sit outside to eat in Vegas like we did last weekend.
Oh
It was
really?
so cold.
It was very cold. We could drink inside for some reason, but we couldn't.
Yeah.
Eat inside. It was very
It was
strange.
freezing.
Right.
There, we were
Wow.
sitting next to we were at the tent outside of STK, and like the wall was open.
Yeah, the open ass window over there,
And
and
we're
the
at the
wind was
table
just
at the
whipping
open
through.
wall. We're like, can
Oh
you
my
close
God.
that? And they're like, no, we have to keep one open. I'm like, does it have to
I
be
mean,
that?
right?
Because it's 30 degrees.
otherwise, it's you're indoors. You're indoors,
Then you're
outdoors.
in a door, right?
Yeah.
You're in a door.
Right.
Yeah, that's
As long
that's
as the
crazy.
inside's
Wow.
outside, it's fine.
Jeez, oh man, that's crazy.
Right, definitely. Well, and mad shout outs to We Run Las Vegas. Looks like coming to Fort Lauderdale to Vegas. Spirit Airlines is the best times coming and going back. Okay. All right, so We Run's
Nice.
had some good experiences there. That's all right. So that's not too bad. So I guess the better question is, if I'm just guessing, is the better idea, like, are you gonna have to plan super hard going forward? Like, I've noticed I've kind of been blocking off my time. Like, I'll plan my meals a little more particularly. Like, what it used to be is I'd book one restaurant and I'd book a show, and the rest of the night would be just whatever. We're gonna go to this lounge, we'll go to this club if we feel like it. We're gonna wander out over here. We're gonna do some gaming at this place over here. We're gonna meet this person, hang out with this person. We'll go to bed at like 3 or whatever. And I just find I can't do that quite as often nowadays.
Yeah, I think even planning is kind of hard now, just because everything is closed or closes so early that it's even hard to
Right.
just plan it out ahead of time too.
Right.
Some of it you still have to do, by the the seat of your pants, planning all your meals and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, and some places are closing just randomly because they have a COVID scare. So,
Right,
I
right.
know Esther's closed for a little bit because somebody on the staff.
My whole thing when I'm in Vegas is I am fly by the seat of my pants. I don't plan very much. You know what I mean? I'll check out a restaurant. If I can't get in, I'll
Right.
check another one out. You know, I'll get in somewhere. So
All right, so you get planned with that.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And the most thing I'm excited when this is over, just to bring back buffets. I miss buffets so much.
Oh yeah, that's what Jerry was just talking about in the chat over there, buffets. Because that's another thing. I'd always that's actually been messing up my myVegas comps over there. Because I usually have like those 2 buffet coupons to either one of the good buffets like Bellagio or Aria, or alternately to whatever one has free alcohol in it, which was Mirage. Now it's MGM Grand, which it's really kind of proven that Mirage isn't that great a buffet in the first place. I think the reason I liked it is because I could have as many of these as I wanted.
Right. Yeah, they have the unlimited mimosas, right?
They had the unlimited. It was unlimited beer, unlimited mimosas at brunch time, and unlimited wine. I think. And Christina, keep me honest on that. I think that's what the reward is. So, oh, looks like we might be getting some shows back from M Life in mid-February. Shout outs to We Run Las Vegas for that bit of the news and for the super chat, my man. We Run always coming through for us.
Yeah.
I hope so. I'm going to do a little while we're talking. I'm going to see if I can find any articles about reopening.
Ones.
Yeah, I feel like we're probably planning about the same as we usually do, just because we have so much we're trying to squeeze in. But it was nice that we had the Cosmo balcony room last time, because we found ourselves like out of things to do at some point in the evening, and just went back and sat on the balcony and kind of people watched on the strip. And
Oh,
so it's
that's
kind of nice.
Yeah,
Like we definitely spent more time in that room than we usually do.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever gotten kind of stuck in Vegas where I'm sitting here like, okay, now what? It was very much, I think if at Vidara, that was it. Like, we got stuck there. We were looking to have some drinks. Then midnight rolls around and they're like, okay, well, you guys have a good night. And we're like, when? And they're like, now, have a good night. We're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we're just ticking off, man.
The bar thing is super weird. Like, I know we had trouble finding a drink late at night at the Cosmo. Like, we didn't want to wait in the chandelier bar line because that was forever long.
Right.
We are still waiting to hear if Click has a table ready for us.
Wait, what?
We put our names on the list, and we're hoping they'll call any day now.
Oh, wait, you're serious about that?
I'm serious. Because there was like chandelier bar was like totally full and like super long line, and so we went to Click because it's the next bar over, and they're like, "We'll put you on the list and call," and it's like, we're still waiting, and like they keep advertising stuff to us on Instagram, and we want to be like, "Is our table ready yet?" Like,
You should. You totally should. That's a vlog right there.
so we ended up going to the lobby bar last time, and it was the worst drink service ever. It took 45 minutes to get a vodka soda.
Oh.
Wow.
That hurt my
That's
soul.
crazy.
And it was one of those, like, we already ordered and we felt trapped. We're like, we just want to go. This is taking forever. We just wanted a drink to, like, bring up to the room.
Right, just a vodka soda. It's a 2-second
Like,
deal.
it shouldn't be that hard to get a drink in Vegas.
Oh, Anthony Smith, he's got a good tip. Go to Lee's and get your own booze.
That's one thing.
Yeah, we do that sometimes.
With everything is that the like the cocktail service is really slow. Even sitting in the bars are pretty slow because they're short staffed. So
Right.
Yeah, there was like one server for that lobby bar at Cosmo.
Oh, they've had like 18,000 layoffs at M Life alone, so there's that.
Crazy.
Which baffles me is I'm like, that many people work at M Life, but if you think about it, like they have like what is it? And Roger, you're probably the better one to talk to about this because you work in the hospitality industry. It's like a 2-to-1 ratio or like a 1.5-to-1 ratio or something really absurd like that for like employees to guests in rooms, right? Like for every room, you basically got someone that works there, right? Like so.
Typically, yes. That was pre-pandemic. I would say now it's probably for every 15 people, there's probably one person that works there right now.
That is a massive cutback there.
But that's up here in Ohio. I don't know what it's like in Nevada. But up here in Ohio, it's definitely a lot less staff than there are guests. Trust me, it sucks too.
And Tim wants us drinking. All right, guys. Cheers to Tim. Thanks for coming through, buddy. Tim's trying to get us back to Vegas.
Here's my water. Here we go.
Bang.
I was just looking at the actual Visit Las Vegas website, and according to them, it looks like very beginning of February they're going to start reopening some shows.
Oh
Okay.
wow. Well, Absinthe was open, but I think it closed again.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, the Thunder from Down Under was supposed to open today. Actually.
Ah, gotcha. I guess they knew that I was busy.
Yeah. What up?
I'm sorry, I couldn't
mind.
help it. All right, I'll sit down. I'm gonna sit back down.
It has
Yeah.
been getting busy, man. It's like from when all this started and they reopened to I'd say last month, it seemed really busy. So that's a good sign, you know.
Yeah.
Unless you hate crowds.
Yeah, I hope they do start opening shows because I mean, with it being busy, I think it seems busier because there's nowhere to go. Everybody's just down the streets and in the casinos. Once they start opening shows, it should hopefully scatter some people into the buildings.
Even
Yeah,
it
that's-
out a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're getting to the bottom of the hour over here. We could probably just go around in a circle. Christina, we can start with you over here to my left, apparently, even though you're physically on my right over here. That's how that works. But going
I'm
your
actually
direction.
directly north of you.
Exactly. Oh, there you go. Touche. So, all right. So, what's your best tip for anyone planning a vacation right now?
I would just say make sure you have reservations to at least make sure you get in somewhere every day of your trip. So
All right, good deal. We can just kind of go clockwise from there. So clockwise would leave us with Roger down here-ish. I'm never gonna figure out how this works.
Roger, who is
I like how you.
I'm trying to figure it out.
You're trying to be sneaky like this, and you're like,
Right,
"Ah, I
this
got it."
way,
Like,
right
it's
here.
I
But-
got your number, Ace. I
and
got your number.
I know you call me all the time, or that's why we're streaming half the time. Jokes aside, though, but yeah, what do you got, man?
So, to add to what she said, it's basically the same thing. Until this pandemic is done, you have to plan your trip. There's no getting around it. Otherwise, you're not going to eat unless you want to eat gas station food. Plan your trip. Plan everything you want to do, and this would actually be a good opportunity to get a rental car and maybe explore a little bit too.
Right.
You can't explore obviously the shows and all that, but you can explore. Take a drive out to Red Rock or take a drive out past Henderson and all that. Just see the sights and stuff. It's a good time for that.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, good deal. All right, PB, what about you? Now, I know you're down here.
I am down.
All right, what do you got for me, man?
Oh, damn it!
I'm a guy who doesn't plan much, and if you are that person, you're not really super limited on a lot to do. If you do want to go to certain restaurants and whatever, I highly suggest making reservations, just so you know you can get in. But other than that, just buy a ticket and go, man.
All right.
Great time.
Good deal. Yeah, I think I'm definitely kind of reflecting on a lot of that sentiment over there. The biggest thing I'd probably focus on is just make sure that you have something to eat for sure. And also, call in advance, you know what I mean? That's what I've been doing, and while you're on the call, see if there's anything else they might suggest. See if there's any other deals they might recommend. You know what I mean? A lot of the stuff I've been getting from my mailers is, hey, you get this much in free play, you get this much in restaurant credit, and all that sort of thing. So they definitely want you playing, they want you eating right now. That's what I've been finding when I'm looking at my reservations and all that, especially since there aren't a lot of exhibits. If you are going to a museum or an exhibit like the Bodies exhibit or the Neon Museum, something along those lines there, you're probably going to have a better time because those aren't quite as specific. Like they'll say that they have you in for a certain time slot, but you can generally kind of pop into those. So if you've got a ticket to that, you can kind of work that around whatever happens. You know what I mean? So if that helps, that's a good thing, but definitely plan your meals. If you're planning your meals, you'll probably be all right. And that's about
Yeah.
it, guys.
Go to CVS. And
Yes.
get some-
Yes.
Yeah, we do always go to Walgreens because it's just right across the bridge.
ABC store,
Yeah.
that's mine.
Or the Stage Door has a really good liquor store attached to it, and it's cheap.
Yep.
Oh,
It's a little
yeah.
dusty, but it's cheap.
I mean,
at this point, if you're not in, Venetian or Bellagio, the whole place is dusty anyway. So
Right.
screw it. It's fine. It's fine.
But if you're like center strip,
I mean, that's
well,
just how it
further
is. Yeah, I mean,
north.
if you're going to stage door in the first place, you know what you're in for. You're there for a reason. You know what you're about at this
Right.
point. So,
Yeah,
Cheap drink, and $1 hot dog.
right?
yeah. And
I do
a
love a
bottle of
cheap-
vodka to bring home with you with a
I
souvenir.
do love a cheap wiener. So yeah, that's good.
Good night, everybody. Also, Josh, you're going to take that from him.
So flattered.
Yeah, he doesn't care. You walk into stage door and it feels a lot like you're in the movie Saw.
Mm.
At least to
That's
me it
true.
does.
Yeah, sawdust.
Especially if you're two set in the bathroom.
There we go, right? I have no idea how she's... yeah, let's play some 6-5 blackjack there.
Come on, Ace. Let's go.
Oh, I did. I figured that Jigsaw had some standards. He wouldn't play 6-5.
I don't even know what that means.
So you order your hot dog at stage door, the Jigsaw rolls in. He's like, "Do you want to play a game?"
Right?
Come on, I want to play a game. It's whatever he said. Whatever he said up there.
How do you do this? He's got a button for this. I just don't know where it is.
I don't know how I do this, Ace. You'll have to just ask me and find out one day. Maybe I'll show you.
Oh, that was
Anybody hear me? Hear me? No? No? Oh god. Oh god.
that was like the ghost Michael Jackson voice from South Park. Ignorant. That's ignorant.
I'm just gonna try different noises every podcast. That's it.
I like it.
All right, so let's move on to the bottom of the hour over here. Unless we had anything else. Now, Christina, you're the one that found this application here. So, well, let's go ahead and let's briefly kind of lead into this over here. So, as everybody knows, these things rule our life over here. I make this joke about the conspiracy theorists that say, oh, they're giving us the COVID vaccine because they want to track us. And I sit there like, I wonder if there's any other way that you can track somebody that's always on, that they're never going to put down, that you can constantly monitor their activity with, and maybe even sell them some stuff. I wonder if there's a way that you can do that without nanotechnology. I have no idea how you do that.
I'm telling you, you're right though about the whole buying thing. I would never buy half the shit I buy now if it wasn't for that goddamn cell phone.
I'll tell you, so obviously we're attached to our phones over here. We take them everywhere. This is the worst thing to lose because you can call your bank and say, hey, I lost my credit card. You can, if you lose your keys, you can call a locksmith and say, hey, I locked myself out of the house over here, locked myself out of the call. Yes, darling, call the locksmith.
Are you listening, Candy?
Oh, shots fired. I wonder if that's a Monster Jam and he's on fire.
Candy, did you hear that?
Yeah, we gonna get beat up next time we go to Vegas. We can't go to Vegas with the Kinos anymore.
Right. I'll have to wear my Kevlar.
Right, but no. Jokes aside, no. The phone is probably the most powerful weapon in Vegas right now. I'd say this is how you can get your show tickets. You can do your reservations on this over here. You can. Oh yeah, there you go. TVP is like he's one of them conspiracy theorists. TVP, so knows what I'm about.
Somebody in chat had to be.
He had to do it. That's why we do the shout out to TVP because he's got our number for sure. But you use your Google Maps on this thing. This is your myVegas slots. The entire concept of my channel is predicated on using a phone to save money in Vegas. That's the whole point of it. But now we think we've discovered an app that actually could save you not just time and money in Vegas, but can actually get you home. Christina, break this down for me.
So I found out this week that Caesars Rewards is releasing a new feature in the app to help you find your room. So if you're drunk and you're not sure where the hell you are, you can actually put in your room number when you're sober and then look it up and it'll give you directions on how to get back to your room.
Directions. So it'll straight up just tell you like, hey, here's where your room is. Go this way. Is it like text to speech, or do we know, or?
It's not. I don't believe it's tracking like GPS, but it'll give you a map from where you are through the towers and how to get to.
Oh, that's the kick. So Caesars thinks that drunk me can read a map. That's adorable.
Yeah, I know.
someone
Because
you
you
can't
just
even
see
do
everybody
it.
like.
Right? Or like, it says I gotta go through the Palladium over here. I think that looks like a Palladium. What's a Palladium?
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, I think it actually gives you like a graphic map, but
Let me see if I can find a picture of this.
Who put this pool here? What the hell?
You know, the funny bit is that's actually what the app looks like. Hang on, let me show you. It's the pool. It's a picture of the pool.
Oh my god.
That's the splash
Oh my
screen.
it's funny. It doesn't look like it's available right now. I was just looking at the Caesars app, but I believe it's being beta tested.
Yeah, it looks like
But it would be nice if it actually knew where you were and could like give you a little thing to follow.
Well, it seems to be offering that because it's got a picture of the Caesar's Palace grounds over here because that's the most I guess colossal labyrinth-esque property that Caesar's has, really, at least in Vegas, as far as I know. I can't think of a bigger property in Vegas that Caesar's Entertainment owns than Caesar's Palace itself. Let me know if you guys can think of one. But I'm pretty sure Caesar's Palace, that's the big boy right there. That is that is the superstar destroyer of their fleet, really. That's their aircraft carrier.
Cinnamon was just saying she got lost in the flamingo once and just sat on the floor. It's funny, our first trip to Vegas, we walked from MGM to the Link Promenade and we went into the flamingo. We thought we left the building 5 or 6 times and ended up being lost in there for like 3 hours.
Oh my god.
We're like, we left, we thought we walked down the street,
Right.
we're still in the flamingo somehow.
Right. Oh no, it's pretty amazing. I think my personal favorite one is MGM Grand because I decided to do that on my first we were on Vegas. I decided to do that on my very first Vegas trip. We had done a couple nights at Luxor and a couple nights at MGM Grand because it was cheap. We could use the myVegas, and we were broke college graduates, so we had to start paying student loans, and we're like, oh, this is bad. And then we discovered myVegas, and we're like, oh, this is good. We can save some money doing this over here. Like, okay, we can go to this hotel. We can hit this hotel over here. Then we only have to pay $10. We're good. Let's do this over here. And we're like, okay, MGM Grand, not such a bad idea, right? Wrong. I remember I forgot my wallet going upstairs, and I got lost in the casino for about 15 minutes. Then it still took 20 minutes for me to get back upstairs to the room, and then another 20 minutes to get back downstairs. And then by the time we gotten back down there were no chairs. It took us a total of 45 minutes to get back to the pool after we left to go get my wallet.
It's so far to get to the pool.
It's so far in the first place. Then if you get lost, it's just like, Jesus, what happened? And, you know, we were sober. We were like, okay, we got our plan. We're like, we're going to go ahead and get some Gatorade. We're going to fill this with half with vodka, and that's going to be like a Bloody Mary because, you know, we were like 20-something and stupid, and it seemed like a good idea at the time.
That's what you do when you're young.
That's what you do when you're young. It seemed like a good idea at the time, you know?
Got all that out of the way. Now you know every property. You know what I mean?
I know. I've mastered it. I can give you a tour of everything. I gave you a tour of Bellagio day before yesterday, whatever day it was. It was probably Saturday.
Yeah, you can walk places blindfolded now. So
at this point, yeah. So I don't get lost remotely as often, but it's still a good idea for Vegas newbies, I think, especially, and for drunk people. Let's call it what it is. Y'all saw this disclaimer. Y'all know what we're about. In case you didn't see the disclaimer over here, here's the parental advisory. We talk about alcohol. We talk about gambling. We use swear words, and we talk about adult situations. So. If you've gotten 40 minutes into the live stream and haven't realized this, and this hasn't come up yet, I just want to let you know what you're in for the last 20 minutes.
Well, let's bring one up right now. Speaking of adult conversation, I just want to point out that JP said he usually relies on hookers to figure out where he's going.
Funny story about that. Wasn't that the headline in the Vital Vegas?
The headline, yeah, it says you can actually let the hooker use the app so they can find your room.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? It's fine. It's Vegas.
Exactly.
Thinking
Allows
about
them to
it.
be more efficient at their job.
I was gonna say, thinking back to when I was younger and I was single, when we'd have girls up to the rooms and all that, not working girls so much because that takes the sport out of it, but just like girls that you pick up like at the bar or the club
Sounds
and all
like
that,
Saw again.
right? You're just sitting here a little bit, right?
And
It
take
takes the
one for
sport out
sport.
of it. Takes the fun out of it, right? But it's like, you're chilling there and they're like, oh yeah, I gotta get back, and you're like, okay, well the elevator's over there, good luck. And then if you hit them up later, then it just doesn't go too terribly well.
They're like, I'm still in the hallway.
I'm like, oh, okay. So I imagine that'd probably be better for people that have met someone to watch a television program with, if you know what I mean, and then would like to go back to their room to relax a little bit, especially when it's like, 2:00 in the morning or 4:00 in the morning or 6 the next morning, and they're a little hungover, a little tired, so
I would say as a rule of thumb, just go back to their room and then you leave.
Well, you have to get back to your room though. That's the trick. See, I'm not trying to do all that work. I got to take my glasses off. I got to take out my contacts and all that. I have to put my contacts back. I'm not trying to do all that work over there. That's why I bring my TV to Vegas.
Yeah, it would be helpful to like expand that to not just find your room, but find other places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe like you could connect your account with your like significant others if you could find them. Because we went to Hakkasan once, and Anthony loves to go to the front of the like concert or like go to the stage if we're at a show, and we were at Tiesto. So he like at Hakkasan, which is several stories tall, like tries to go to the stage and somehow exits Hakkasan without telling anyone and disappeared for like 4 hours. He like went and bought me a Vegas mug and some snacks, and he like went outside. He like apparently gave his snacks to a bum. He broke the mug. Like he went on a whole adventure all by himself, and like he had no idea where he was. So that would have been helpful at that point.
Because there are two types of husbands: the ones that are at the blackjack table the whole time, and the other ones where they're like, "Oh yeah, this nice girl wanted to take a picture with me, and now I'm at the Stratosphere. Can you pick me up?"
Yeah, right. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Right. Oh, actually, now Pat, I think this is a question for
like
you.
3 hours later, I think he was like sitting at a slot machine, and he had won on the wheel and had no idea.
Oh goodness.
Because he like put 20 on 40 and walked away, and they had to call him back because he won like $800.
Oh man. All right, so we got a question from Nick in the chat over here. So Creeper Nick, question for the panel: Aria, never been, or Cosmo, non-terrace room, have stayed there before in better rooms for 2 nights. So I guess basically the base room at Cosmo versus the base room at Aria. What do you guys prefer? Pat, I think that's your home hotel right there.
You know where I stand. I'm Aria all the way. I have been in some of the Cosmo rooms. They do look really nice, but overall, I'm definitely with Aria, man. 100%.
Tell us more.
That's all I got.
I've never stayed at either, so I don't know.
No, we've only stayed at Cosmo. We're supposed to stay at Aria in March, so that'll be the first time. So why do you like Aria more?
Aria's way more chill. Like it's not. I don't know. I prefer it over Cosmo because I win more at Aria. Number one.
Fair enough. The better poker room, I think, is at Aria.
Yeah, the Cosmo definitely has taken some coin from me, but I don't know.
All of us.
Try them both, dude. Go to both, and figure it out. But my vote is Aria for sure.
So I guess trying out Aria is one of them. If we're opening it up to the live chat, Cosmo from TVP, because Cosmo is presently his favorite hotel and casino, largely because they apologized. No, I'm kidding. That's a joke, Tim. Richard is thinking Aria. Denise has had 2 hand pays at Aria as well, so I guess she's pushing towards that. Honey, you still out here, or did you go back to the bedroom? That sounds fair. Okay, we went to Cosmo for the, do you want Cosmo or Aria? Which one? What? We stayed at Aria. Yeah, Aria. Okay, so Aria from Wonder Woman. So I guess I'll go with Aria because I know better.
That's so funny.
Right? Yes, dear.
Did she
Oh my
switch the
God.
laundry too?
Yes, she did. So I know better. I know where where my bread is buttered.
Tell us more.
Oh, it looks like I have upset candy.
Right. So my idea is pretty girl like Arya.
Sorry, candy.
Me like Arya. Her.
Okay. Yeah, we've never stayed at either one, so I'll be curious to see what they're both like.
All right. What
Where
about
do
you,
you guys
Christina?
stay?
We typically stay at any of the Caesars properties because I get free. We'll both get free rooms at any of those.
Okay.
And we stay a lot at Venetian because I get a lot of free rooms at Venetian.
Yeah,
Okay.
Venetian is nice too.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, I'm
In fact-
excited to try Aria, but we love the Cosmo.
Yeah, Cosmo. I
And
like
all of our favorite restaurants are
Cosmo is trendy. Aria just feels clean though. You know what I mean? Like I feel like Aria is chic and modern. Cosmo's trendy and it has that kind of cool factor to it. Like they're both luxury, but there's the chic modern luxury versus the cool trendy luxury. You know what I mean? And it's I know
Yeah.
chic and cool are supposed to be pretty close, but I feel like like chic is like stylized cool, whereas
And
cool is like this. I can get behind this.
They're so close together, you know what I mean? Like you can walk from Aria towards Vidara and walk through the back. Ace,
Right.
you know what I'm talking about.
I know,
And then-
yeah, I know the road from there. Yeah, the little
Yeah,
back door.
it's super close to each other. You know, if you like the restaurants in Aria and you're staying at Cosmo, it's perfect. If you like the restaurants in Cosmo and you're staying at Aria, it's
It's
a
perfect
cool
too.
little area. I don't think you can go wrong staying in that little area.
Yeah, it's like staying at Vidara and trying to decide between Aria and Bellagio. I mean, I think the poker room is better at Aria personally. I'm not a poker player, but I think the poker room at Aria is better than the one at Bellagio. All things considered, the one at Bellagio is very iconic because it's Bobby B's poker room, I know. But, Bobby Baldwin, Robert Baldwin, he's big time professional poker player, very good at what he did, but I know that was his favorite, but I feel like Aria's got the poker room, personally, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
The Vegas
And they
couple,
Both of them have Planet Moolah, so
right?
that's what really
Yeah. That's all Hog cares about. Where's my Planet Moolah?
We got mollywopped at Cosmo last time. We did a group pull there last year. Actually, it was in March last year during the shutdown. We got hammered and just beat halfway to death by the slot machines there. So I'm cool. I'm cool on going to Cosmo's Casino and going to Aria to try and get stuff. Actually, Pat Butler, you were there too when we were trying to use my free play, but I remember it was at Luxor, so we were just putting money in there just to see. It was like trying to squeeze like blood out of a rock. It was rough.
And sometimes it's like that, man. It's gambling. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And it's machines too. It's RNG. It is how it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Anthony Smith made a good point that Aria is more mature. than
Right.
Cosmo does attract a lot of weirdos.
Well, I mean, Aria, I think, kind of attracts weirdos too. Myself, Kino Kid, Cinnamon, Pat Butler, lots of weirdos there. Muffy, Hoggentusen, lots of weirdos at Cosmo, but we have a good time there, and we put money down.
I think weird is subjective. I don't think you guys are weird.
True. That's true.
Right, that's true. Fair enough.
If you're weird, what the hell does that make me with my sound effects and shit over here?
One of us.
Well, Cosmo, like, by weirdos, I mean, like, a lot of, like, the hipsters that are, like, super full of themselves. But we love Cosmo, so, like, I don't know. Maybe we're weird, too.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely like the Cosmo vibe. I mean, we've never stayed there. We're trying to get our rates down because right now we're still getting $99 rates. But we definitely like the vibe, and we've seen a couple of the suites there thanks to Lucky Dog. But I think I like the vibe there. What was that, Patrick? I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
Oh no, Anthony Smith didn't say weird. He said more mature at Aria.
Oh, okay.
That's a good point. That is a good point. I can see Aria be catering to, players that are probably. I can see it catering to people in their 30s and 40s as opposed to Cosmo, which seems to cater more to people in their 20s and 30s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I do feel a little bit old at Cosmo sometimes.
Yeah, Cosmo's definitely the party place for like the college kids.
I am the perfect age. I can go to either or at this point.
You bastard.
Getting too close to 40.
Same.
I just hit 40 and I act like I'm 30. So whatever.
God.
Well, luckily I'm
I love
still
it,
still
though.
30, so I'm feeling all right.
In gay years, I'm already dead, so.
Bro.
How so?
Oh, I'll tell you when you're older.
Jesus.
Anthony's always telling me he's gonna trade me in for a younger model.
I hope you punched him right in the schlong for that.
He's older than I am, so.
Oh. Shut up, Anthony. What the
Not
hell's wrong
very
with you?
Anthony lives in FOCO. He knows he can't afford a younger model. It's all good.
I know, you'd have to pay their CSU tuition.
Yeah, so exactly. That's the kicker right there. $25,000 a year. Not worth it. Not worth it.
Gambling Granny says she feels really old at Cosmo.
Oh, come on.
I don't
guys,
know
that's
why.
it.
She's
Nah.
only like 25 years old.
Exactly, right?
Right?
Come on now.
I have a quick question actually, because I've never stayed downtown, and I finally just got some offers from like the D and Golden Gate.
Yeah.
Between the two,
The D.
the D for sure.
I already heard what you thought. The D for sure. No I'll tell you what. Now, this is off the record strictly, even though this is, on live stream.
Broadcast on the internet.
Broadcast on the internet. But I may or may not know somebody that works at the D. I'm not going to say who, and nobody say who. Actually, nobody say who, just so we can keep the integrity of the stream. But that person had highly recommended the D over the Golden Gate. They had said, Ace, if you're doing this, go to the D. Just go to the D. You have a better time. We're doing better service over here. We're just doing better stuff over here. Go to the D. Golden Gate's just no. It's not for you. It's not for you. Go to the D.
And why is that? I'm talking like a noise level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I picture the D being super loud and.
All the downtown casinos I found are always really loud. It's just kind of because they're all on Fremont, especially if you're facing the experience, and it's just a lot of noise there, and the speakers there. It's just all noise coming up there. I haven't found a place downtown, I'd say, aside from maybe one of the nicer rooms at Golden Gate, where I've really gotten rid of all that. But I'd say pound for pound, the D, even some of the nicer rooms of the D you can use on a weekday. You can get some good sleep. I don't trip about it too hard. But Golden Gate, I mean, you can hear some of the street noise from the casino.
Right.
It's just how it is.
I'm trying to think if we ever stayed. Did we ever stay? Oh yeah, we stayed at Golden Nugget once. I think that's the only place we ever stayed at downtown.
Yeah, the Golden Nugget, I think that's the only other place I'd stay at aside from the D. I'd love to stay at Circa, but for the price of it, I'd find myself on the Strip. I know I'd find myself on the Strip if I had to pay money for it.
Oh, we stayed at the Cal once too. That was where Josh stepped on that piece of plastic in our room and cut his foot.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about that, bro.
Yeah.
Kino says the D beds are trash.
Yeah, Kino hates the D beds. He loves the D. He hates the beds.
Damn it, you beat me to it.
Oh!
Loves the D, hates the beds.
Good night, everybody.
Come on, Kino, speak up for yourself.
Now with 300% more genitalia jokes since we got Anxious Gamer on the show. That's all the podcast is now.
In between, with the M Life stays, like you get your free nights, and then there's that 3-day period where you can't get a room, right? So you got to find somewhere else if you want to use points. So
yeah, that's the trick. That's the trick. So I mean, yeah, I'd say like the trip I was planning pretty soon that got pushed back because of the project I have at work. I was planning to do 2 nights at the D and then do another 2 nights at Bellagio for a nice little 4-day trip and all that. But that got pushed back because of my work, and also Wonder Woman hasn't gotten her vaccine yet. Because teachers, I think, are in 1B out here in Colorado. So we're getting there. We're just not there. So she hasn't gotten her vaccine yet. I work in an undisclosed position in healthcare, so I've gotten my vaccine already.
right on. Good for you.
Indeed.
He works at a sperm bank.
That's actually slightly less embarrassing than what I normally say. So.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's fun. Okay, interesting.
Sounds like I'm important there.
Sounds like a dream job if you ask me.
Right.
I'm just kidding. That was gross. I shouldn't have said that.
Shipping and receiving.
Good night, everybody. These streams are now 10% informative content and 90% sex jokes. Excellent.
You're welcome.
At least there's shirts on your streams.
That's
Right.
That's true.
I think
For
So
now.
it's a classy kind of stream.
There you go. We have collars and things like that and sweaters and all that stuff. Pat Butler got all dressed up too. He's got a collar on his shirt and everything too.
It's just my flannel, dude.
Yeah, it's all buttoned up and all that. Like Pat got
That's my California. Sorry.
yeah, all good stuff, man.
Ugh. Ugh.
Oh.
I'm all the way in Ohio. I'm lonely, okay?
poor Roger.
I mean, my husband's right upstairs.
I was gonna
but
say,
I'm
Josh-
lonely, okay?
Josh, come get your husband, please.
All right, hold on. What's Kino? Kino's bitching about something. Hold on.
All
He said
right.
I
He
slept
hates
2 hours at
that
the D. Yeah, after Circa opening night, and it was 2 hours too much. I was hammered and still wasn't comfortable at all. Wow,
Dude, you got back to the room at like 5:30. How much were you gonna sleep?
That's true. Yeah.
The worst bed we've ever experienced in Vegas was the MGM Staywell rooms.
Oh, the MGM Grand Staywell room.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Really? Because usually
It's like sleeping on plywood with a sheet on top.
Yeah, they're kind of firm, admittedly. I'd probably say, surprisingly, I didn't care much for Aria's beds compared to Vidara or Park MGM. It was just this weird kind of combination.
I'm out of here.
The weird thing is Vidara and Aria have the same bed. I looked
Right.
at the mattress. It's the same bed, but for some reason, I strongly preferred the Vidara bed to the Aria bed. I know it's the same bed. It's the same mattress. It doesn't make sense otherwise, but I guess it's just...
The one at Aria you were staying at got a little more broken in.
I'm guessing so. Well, I did take... Well, I guess if you're thinking about that, that's probably right. Vidara, I was by myself. Aria, I was with Wonder Woman.
Oh.
So...
There you go.
We're in a happy marriage, so there you go. I'll let you guys connect the dots. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And Gwen is out. Have a good night, Gwen.
Bye, Gwen.
We've ruined the stream for Gwen.
I couldn't take it anymore. I've ruined another innocent soul.
Should be back next week. All right, but yeah, greatest app in Vegas or not? I guess that's what we were talking about. Then we got off track talking about rooms.
I think it's great, but it sounds like it could already, even before it's released, use some improvements.
Right?
Yeah, I think what they could do is they can do localized GPS tracking through their local Wi-Fi, and doing that, it only does geotagging inside their building as long as you're connected to their Wi-Fi. So that could actually guide you to your room, like an app like that should do.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know if they do something like that, that'd be cool. I mean, that's what Snapchat does with theirs. They do geotagging on theirs, so you can only get certain filters to certain areas.
Right.
It's the same concept. So I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Ha.
Haha.
We gotta put
I don't
Roger
have
to
that
bed.
sound. I don't have that sound. Sorry. Actually, I might have that sound.
You have all the sounds.
I don't have that sound. What? I don't think I have that sound.
Right? All right, guys. Well, I guess we're getting to the wrap up. We're pretty much on top of the hour. Any final thoughts about the Caesars app and getting you back to your room a whole lot faster? Was that used to be my tagline? It used to be, "Let's get you to Vegas a whole lot faster." I don't remember why I stopped saying that.
I think. You'll still get to Vegas the same speed.
I guess
You
so.
just won't be able to. You just won't be able to do anything.
Right.
I don't know. I think the app's a good idea. They just need to make improvements, like Christina said. And then planning. I mean, if we're gonna take a big vacation like that, at least plan a couple things to go see and do. Just now, you have to plan a few more things until this is over. That's all.
Makes sense. Pat, what do you think about the app over there? Is that helping you send your girl some, or is that helping you get home from your girls there? How's that working? Oh, I think Pat, I think you're muted. Man.
Oh yeah, he's muted.
Hey, let me see if I can unmute you there. I can't unmute you. Hang on, I think you muted yourself.
Yeah, you did. Pat, on the bottom left and towards the middle of your screen, there's a mute button. Go ahead and press that because you're muted.
No, you're still muted. Here, hang on just a tick. Let me see if I can. Oh, shoot, I lost Pat Butler. No.
Yeah, Felicia.
No. We need the Pat Butler.
Sorry, Pat. Oh no.
Where'd it go? Oh
Pat,
shoot.
click the link again. Click the link
Click
again.
the link.
Wait, send the link. Hold on, let me send it. Hold on, I'll send it. I can't send it. I'm not a mod. I can't send it. Never mind.
How are you not a mod?
I'm not a mod.
You've been on the show for 3 months. How are you not a mod?
I don't know. That's more a question for you, not for me.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord, man. Oh shoot, my last link is the Vital Vegas. All right, well, we're coming up on time anyway, I guess. So I guess we'll wrap up here. We lost PB. We lost our peanut butter right there.
Peanut butter.
You know, I'm gonna put it back in there because he had an announcement for us too. I want to make sure that we get the announcements over here.
Patrick, click the link.
All right, Pat, get back in here. Click the link, man. We got to get you back in.
Please.
Looks like the end card is up.
The end card might be up a little bit. I kind of hang on. Let me flip that back and turn that off again. Yeah, there we are. Okay, we're back. Yes. Yeah, those win updates, right? Right, Papa? All right, well, Spinners and Sharks, I guess we're kind of wrapping up over here. I was hoping that I'm hoping that Pat pops back in so we can actually see him. Is he back in? I hope he is. Yeah, here he is. We got him back. All right, Pat.
Okay.
There you are.
Hey, what the hell?
Yeah, you got muted and you were gone. So we gotta get your final thoughts. And also, I think you had an announcement for the. I'm not sure if you're ready for your announcement or yet.
You had an announcement?
I thought you were going to, but you said you didn't have a name for it yet, so I wasn't sure.
Oh yeah. I'm starting a podcast. I just got all this stuff. I have some janky ass setup going on right now, but it's probably going to be about Vegas at first, but you know, in the long run, I just want it to be open forum, and I'd love anybody to come join. It's going to be under my name, under Patrick Butler for now. But yeah, and other than that, if you're going to go to Vegas, make reservations for restaurants. But you know, don't overthink it. Get some tickets, grab some cash, go have a good time.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good time there. All right, well, Spinners and Sharks, yeah, go ahead and download that Caesars app over there if you're staying at Caesars. I mean, obviously, I wish it worked for all the hotels, but you know, if it's Caesars and you're going straight from the front desk, I think the only trick to it is you have to go from the front desk. That's the only thing I don't like about it, is that you have to go from the front desk instead of doing the GPS tracking. But otherwise, it's a good idea. It's just in the beta right now, and we have Doggo over there with Christina, so we're doing good. So that means it's good. It's been a good podcast, and we're ready to sign off. So I guess we'll go ahead and do sign-offs in. I guess we'll go ahead and do things just kind of. I pointed the wrong way again. I want to point this way, to my left. And we will start with Seeking Vegas Sunrise, who is hiding. So, Christina, if you want to sign off. She is Sneaky Vegas Sunrise. I thought that was Anthony. Apparently not.
Right. Sneaky is Anthony.
Right.
Well, thanks for watching.
All right. And Roger, I think you're up.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Be sure to tune in next time for another riveting episode of the Vegas Podcast.
I love it. And Pat, you can do your sign off now. I know you don't have one, but you're on the spot, so good
I do
fucking
not
luck.
have one, but hey, I want to thank you for having me on, man. It was fun.
No.
Yeah.
We'll do it again soon.
Yeah, pleasure as always. No, always great to hang with you. And until next time, my Spinners and Sharks, this is Ace of Vegas. We're signing off, and we're wishing you strong hands. And, of course, happy spinning, you guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, good night. And we are